Welcome back everybody to the channel. Today we're taking a look at a 2024 BMW X6 M60i, and it just might be one of the best performance SUVs I've ever been in. So let's start off up front first. BMW X6M, we have these nice daytime running LEDs, but the main headlight's on because it's dark out right now. But I'll show you from the side here. You can see the main bulb is right there, and the daytime running LED kind of runs around here. It's Canada, so currently it's snowing and the birds are out and everything's coming. But anyways, we can continue over here where we can see the nice M logo, the BMW logo's right there too, front-facing camera as well, a bunch of parking sensors. All of it is active aero, which is really nice to see as well. It's just a fantastic car to look at, to see, to witness. It's really nice in every single angle, but the front end just looks aggressive. You can see a little bit of those tires too. They look really good in this gray color. You can't go wrong here. So next up, we're taking a look underneath the hood of the X6 M60i. We've got a 4.4 liter twin turbo V8 that's going to give us 523 horsepower, 398 pound-feet of torque. We're also getting an 8-speed automatic transmission, and of course we have all-wheel drive. Now the price for this thing is not cheap. It's well over 130,000 Canadian. So let's quickly move over to the side for the X6M, where you can really get a shot of those massive tires. These are not the standard edition tires. They look the best. When I went on the configurator, I looked at all the tire options. These ones with the tires and rims look the best. They're thick tires. It's currently snowing, we're on summer tires, but that's besides the point. We got the M60 badge right there, and then we have big M performance brakes. You can't see it because of the way the wheel is, but we also got the BMW logo right in there, which is awesome. And then we have nice turn signal LEDs for the side mirror, a camera right there, a sensor right there. We have one-touch lock and unlock doors for the side here, and we have soft closing doors, so I can kind of open the door and let it fall. Just push it in a little bit. You'll see it grabs itself, pushes itself right back in there. That is excellent. And you can see the difference of the tint. You can almost not see anything for the back window, and then obviously the front is fully visible, but it's nice if you want to be in private in your BMW X6M. It's very cool. You can also see how much the back slopes down in the X6M here. It's an SUV, but it's like a crossover with like a coupe. It's a very interesting thing. I think they are still calling it an SUV. I'll still call it an SUV because it is a very big vehicle. But definitely you can see it almost looks like a really big sedan in some cases. So now we'll move on to the back of the BMW X6M, where you can see those nice iconic taillights, the rear diffuser there, the 4 exhaust pipes that we have that make an incredible sound. We've got X6 badging right here, the M60i badging right there. When you get the competition, you'll have like a little competition thing right there. BMW logo. You can see how big the windscreen here is back here. Is nice. A small, tiny little spoiler here. I'll get you a side profile of it. It's a very tiny guy, but it probably does its job very well. Nice rear diffuser. We have a backup camera, a bunch of parking sensors back here too, and we also have this guy right here that's going to open up. And you can see how much room here we have in the trunk. Since it has like that hatchbackiness feel, we have a little bit more space on the up and down side, and then we can have this little thing here. It's a private screen. It even has the X6 logo right on it. I can pull that, and then nobody can see what's in your trunk, which is very important, especially an expensive vehicle like this. You don't always want people knowing what you're buying. So we also have some space here where the tire is supposed to go, but it's not here. But if you don't put the tire in, you got a ton of space. And the floor carpeting is very, very nice material too. You fold those seats down, you're gonna have so much room in here. That is fantastic. Of course, it's automatic opening and closing, so we love that as well. So of course, on the exterior of this car, we have so many sensors. That's because we have a backup assistant. We have, through the cruise control assistance, all stuff like that. It parks itself. It almost drives itself on the highway. So you need all those exterior sensors to be able to, figure out where the car's going and to park you in spaces effectively. It's a scary thing to use. I've used it. It's scary, but the parking assistant is really cool and kind of takes the weight off your hands if you're not a good parker, and that's pretty cool. So there we have it. That is going to do it for the exterior of the BMW X6M, but it only gets better from here. Let's hop onto the inside, and then we're going to take it on a POV drive. All right, so up first, as usual, is the interior of the X6M, and you can see we have like this really dark, or you can almost call it dark red, dark brown kind of leather here with these privacy shades that come up. Nice mix of like carbon fiber speaker and as well as this leather trim. trim. We come inside, we have this nice pattern leather material here, very nice with the black and the other colors, super nice looking in here. Lots of space as you can see already, so let's actually go ahead and jump in. So let's close the door. Sitting behind the driver's seat, first thing that stands out is, oh, what's this little thing? Right here we have a USB-C charging port, which is excellent. Then we have some HVAC controls back here. We have heated seating, and we have the different controls as well as the vents back here, which is very nice and usable. You can also control the temperature from right back here. And let me tell you, the comfort back here is very, very nice. I feel like I'm sitting on a couch, and so have other people told me. We got this guy here that folds down. It's kind of fancy thing. This folds out, and then you also have a little bit more storage right in there. Very nice stuff to have. Folds back in, no problem. You can see some ambient lighting back here as well as a nice view out of that sunroof. And we have our own little lighting features back here too. Very, very nice. It is so comfortable here, and I have just enough leg room under the seat here. And I feel like I'm lower than the driver, but really, really comfortable. This is one of the most comfortable back seats I've sat in all year, and that's good news. So let's actually hop up in the front seat and let me take you through that. All right, next up, as usual, is the front seat, the business end, the best end of the BMW X6M. So again, we have these nice little things here, much bigger here for the door, nice door handle as well as 2 memory seats. And if I press this L2 button, I can actually use these driver controls down here to control the other passenger seat. Look how cool that is. We also have the nice M60i badge here on the door sill, but let me actually hop in and show you guys this. So sitting inside, let's close the door. Very big door. Nice closing sound as well. So we're greeted by this excellent BMW steering wheel, the iconic logo. They haven't changed it, and I don't think they should because it is fantastic. We have our drive mode controls here, or not the drive mode, but the cruise control and the traffic creep kind of controls here. Then we have the volume controls, media controls, and the controls for the digital infotainment display. And this digital infotainment display is one of the best in the business. I can customize almost everything. Look at this. So I can have my content, what I want in the middle, the G meter, and then I have something called AR. Give this a second to load, and it will actually show me what is facing the front facing camera. And if I have directions here from the built-in navigation, I can actually use those, and it'll show me directions in real time right there. It is distracting to drive with those, so I won't actually keep that on. You can also choose the layout here, so I could have this layout, or something very simple. I like the big one, and you can also change my heads-up display. I don't know if you can see it there, but it is right there. So I love this digital infotainment, and look at what it does when I turn it into sport mode. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Back to comfort. Very nice. So we move on across the screen here. It's this big curved screen that's like shared. It looks like one piece. It looks awesome. We move on to our infotainment display that is smooth as anybody could ever want. And I love this little thing here. Look, I can click my BMW. I can drag my finger along this guy, and I can see everything there is to see with the BMW. I love that. I can see temperature, different stuff like that. I have a whole bunch of apps, and I can also control it with this little scrolly wheel down here, so that when you're driving, you don't actually have to worry about touching the screen, because it is a little bit far for me to reach while I'm sitting back. So that's awesome. So from the infotainment, I can control pretty much everything because there is no physical buttons really. So I can control my climate menu. This is what it looks like this year. It's not bad. Obviously, if the infotainment stops working, I don't know how you're going to control all of this in here, but so far this week, I've had no problems. We also have wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. There is no wired for me. We also have a drive recorder right here. We have different parking views. So obviously I have the assisted parking thing here where it'll kind of park the car for you. I also have panorama view, assist view. We can have even more angle, car wash view, when you're getting your car wash, 3D, where I could kind of completely go around the car. It looks awesome like this. Whenever I do this, we get a bit closer. It looks really, really good to do this too. So there is a whole bunch of stuff here in this infotainment. I could probably spend an entire video on it, but I won't. We'll move on. We have these nice little controls here for the vents, a little up and down, side to side kind of thing. Very nice. Don't feel that cheap either, so we like that. Little volume control, little media control, as well as some basic HVAC control, so the defrost on or off for the front and rear. We have a wireless charger right here that is heated up. We also have this like nice carbon fiber trim around. There's no gloss black, so I absolutely love that. Then we move on to the cup holders where they are heated and cooled. You can see I press the button, blue for cold, red for hot. Awesome. Then I move on to pretty much the main controls of the vehicle. This is my gear selector. This is how you turn the parking sensors on or off, engine start, stop. These are all my drive modes right here. I have this little guy here. It's very nice to use. And then this is what I'm using to control my media center here, which is really nice. Feels really, really premium. These buttons are like capacitive touch buttons that I do like. I don't mind them at all. So far, they've worked no problem. A little bit of storage here. This side of the pad seems to be heated when I drive, as well as right here seems to be heated for the driver, which is excellent. Look at this as well. One of my favorite features. We have the M logo. It looks way cooler at night, but I'll show you right now. If I turn it into sport, watch the light. Lights up in red, back to comfort, and it changes. The ambient lighting in here is spot on. We even have like these little dots here right up in the sunroof that actually light up, and it's awesome. Harman Kardon sound system over there, as well as right here next to my driver. Very, very well tuned, one of the best I've heard. Then we have the seats. There's a ton of ways that I can customize these BMW seats. I could, like have my legs go out more. I could have this back come up, bunch of lumbar support. We don't have the massage seats in this one, but honestly, I don't use them anyway, so I don't care about not having them. And this vehicle is expensive enough as it is, so I didn't see a point. But overall, this interior is absolutely fantastic. It tells me why BMW is still one of the top brands out there, and it just shows. It shows, and it's even more fun to drive. So let's do that. Let's just get right on the road. I'm gonna put the GoPro on my head. You're not gonna wanna miss this because this car is a monster. Okay, so here I am inside the BMW X6 M60i, a whole mouthful of a thing, but all that to say that we have the M Performance. We have a twin-turbo V8 producing over 500 horsepower, and unfortunately it's winter and the roads are not great, so I don't feel like I'm getting the full potential. I feel like these summer tires that I'm currently on are just not able to grip in the same way that they would had it be, sometime in the summer. But that doesn't mean that next year I couldn't get another one and try it again for you in the summer, as long as BMW is willing to put me in another one. So we're going to do our best today to show you the car and how it drives, but also not wrap ourselves around a tree, because I'd like to get more BMWs, and I'm sure they won't want to give me one if I continue to crash it, or if I crashed it at all. So right now I'm just in comfort mode. Everything's very nice. Heated seats are on, heated steering is on, because it is kind of chilly outside. We're currently at minus 1.5 Celsius, so it's cold. It's not snowing or raining or anything, so grip levels should not be too terrible. But yeah, this car is an absolute unit, an absolute beast, and a force to be reckoned with, and I'm going to show you a why here in just a couple of seconds. So I have the sport individual mode, which I have everything set to crazy, and the suspension set to comfort, so you'll get to see that in just a second. And also the exhaust is like a variable exhaust valve, so sometimes when I let off the throttle you hear pops and bangs. I don't know if the microphone will pick it up here today. I'm hoping that it does, but I can guarantee you that it will. So I'm just going to take it a little bit easy here around this corner because I can't see what's coming. We're going to be safe, we're not going to wreck the BMW or anything, and then we're going to kind of give it a little bit of brakes here, a little downshift, and let's go. Oh my God, and you could hear the shifting going grrr. That wasn't me losing grip, that was just the car absolutely shifting. I gotta be careful here because I do not want a ticket in the BMW. It's just so easy to get one because, oh my God, I think there's no way the mic didn't pick that up. And it's such an aggressive shift. It's as if I slam my clutch pedal right to the ground, even though this is, a fully automatic system here. Oh my goodness, that was scary. It's like the front end, I'm absolutely looking at the sky, but this has four-wheel drive. It's like the front, I feel like it has a front bias. I'm not 100% sure, but it just from driving it, it feels like it may, because it kind of takes off in the front end and then the rear kicks in and it is absolutely gone. Oh my God, the twin turbo on this thing is incredible. And also, like, I can even slow down again. Oh, you hear the pops and bangs. Oh my God. And like, I can kind of accelerate through this turn here carefully, obviously. And yeah, that is just ridiculous. Oh my God, it's so fun to do like little pulls in this thing. And the thing is it has more power than I think I could ever use on the road. It's just absolutely mind-blowing. I've not driven a car at all this year that has, at least a gas car. The Kia EV6 GT had this much horsepower and it was instant torque, so it did kind of like, make me want to puke just a little bit more than this one does. But a gas engine that makes the sounds that this makes and goes as fast as this goes, Oh my God, there isn't much like it in terms of SUV speed nowadays anyways, and oh my God, I'm just in love. I'm attached. It was love at first sight, honestly, because this is such a great looking vehicle, but oh my God, like, come on. What a great thing. So I can have it in sport mode. Obviously V8, I'm gonna use a little bit more gas. I don't even want to know what the liters per 100 kilometers, because honestly, if you can afford this car, you don't even care how much gas it uses. You just care, does it have all-wheel drive? It's probably really good in the winter too, although I don't have winter tires on, so I'm not gonna be able to test that, and I will not drive this thing in snow. So if it snows, I will not be on the roads with this thing this week, unfortunately, because I do not want to take that chance. But I'm sure it's good because the all-wheel drive system feels good just in, like, maybe slick weather where I have like slick tires on and it's wet. So far I haven't slipped too much even with the slick summer tires on when the roads are not good. So that's really good. Handling feels really good. There's not a ton of body roll either. It's just really dialed in, and I found myself like taking turns in this thing and being surprised that I was still able to keep my foot in at the same time as turning, and it just was planted the entire time. It was planted and screaming the entire time, which was just like so surprising, but at the same time not surprising, because BMW has been in the performance sector forever. They've never neglected it. They have a ton of performance vehicles. They have a ton of M vehicles out there for your choosing, and the X6M is just a spacious one that also looks like a freaking spaceship. You can see, like, look, I'll try to show you. When I turn from comfort, the light switch, the infotainment switches, the gauge cluster switches too, and I go back to sport mode, and you can hear the revs jump right up immediately the second that I shift myself into sport mode, and it's just a wild ride. Oh my God, the downshifting is just oh mia. So I can go actually into like full manual mode here, and I could give it some revs. Boom. Oh my goodness. Like, look. Woo. Kind of does shift for you close to red line, so you kind of do have to do before. These shifters are like plasticky, but they still have like a good grippy feeling to them, which I like. So that's nice to have. Like, but oh my God, like, so in any mode though, like, it's just gonna rip your neck out. Like, it's fun to use the paddle shifters, because this would probably be one of a really cool SUV to like track, to take it on the track, to drive it around on the track. It would absolutely be nuts to do that. So BMW, if you want to bring me out for the launch of a new X6M, please do so and put me on the track with this bad boy. Let's go. Oh, the throttle, it's a predictable throttle pop too. Just above 50, you let off the gas after giving it some, and it just absolutely pops and bangs. Like, I'm also so comfortable in here. Like, sport mode is fun. It rips your neck out, but like the suspension is very good. The adaptive suspension is really, really, really good in here. The back seats feel like a couch. Like I'm sitting on I'm sitting at home on a couch, no problem. It feels fantastic in that sense as well. So it's just such a great all-around car. And then you have the performance, obviously though. It is in such a high price point, the BMW X6M. It has to be. It has to have everything. It has to be overkill in almost everything. If you're going to pay like $132,000 for a car, which is like the price of a small condo in some places here in Canada, it has to have everything, and it has to be overkill. And I think it is. And I think that obviously it's way too expensive for most people. But the people that can afford it, again, I'm jealous. That's obvious. The people that can afford it will absolutely put a smile on your face. Oh my God, because I can't believe that I am even in this position. I stare down at the BMW logo and I am absolutely in shock. But what a machine that this thing is. I don't know what Porsche has in the bag. I don't know what companies like Maserati has in the bag, but I know for sure now what BMW has in the bag, and it has set the bar so damn high. So yeah, overall, great performance SUV, great all-around performance car. Would love to see it on a track. Yes, it uses a lot of gas, but who cares? It's a freaking V8 twin turbo that has over 500 horsepower, and it's a BMW, so you have every single other piece of luxury that you could ever want, need, or ask for, and it goes fast. I mean, this is the whole package for me. I mean, usually, like, if you're not an SUV fan, okay. But if you are, this is the full package. It does, you know, the buck stops here so far for me with performance SUVs. This is just incredible. And I'm so honored and privileged that BMW has allowed me to drive this for a week, allowed me to review this for you guys. So shout out to them. Thank you to the great folks over at BMW. You have created a engineering masterclass. What a vehicle. I can't say anything bad about it, because, like, obviously you can complain about the price, but this is in that price point where, you know, only people that really can afford it are going to afford it, and that's probably why you don't see too many of them on the road. So it's not really a complaint. It's like it has everything and it's overkill in every area, so the price is kind of justified. I mean, normal cars don't need any of the things that this car comes with, and if you want them, then you just got to pay for it. And I really think that that's where it's at. So I hope you enjoyed this video. You have to leave a like, and you have to subscribe, and you have to share this with everybody that you know, because this will allow me to get more BMWs for you, and, you know, even the crazier ones, because it does get crazier than this, if you can believe that. BMW has an X6 competition that has over 600 horsepower. So if you want to see me drive that one, you got to make my case for me with BMW, so that way I can go to them and say that my audience really wants to see some more stuff. So make sure you share this, like, subscribe. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for all your support this year. It's been so incredible. What a ride, and I can't wait to see where we go next. So thanks for watching once again. I'll see you the next week. See you in the next car. Take care.